This week we're going to talk about Beast box office prediction starring who?
Idris Elba.
All right, let's get to it. So, Beast is about a recently widowed Dr. Nate Daniels, aka uh, Elbris
Idris
Elba. I'm totally
Elba.
butchering his name.
Yeah, me too.
My bad. And his two teenage daughters travel to South Africa game reserve managed by an old family friend and a wildlife biologist. This is not a good friend. However, what begins as a journey of healing soon turns into a fearsome fight for survival when a lion of a survivor of bloodthirsty poachers begins stalking them. This movie's coming out August 19th. So let's talk about it. You ready?
hmm
But before we give our predictions, I want to talk about The Ghost in the Darkness. Now, this is a very similar movie as Beast. This movie was released in 1996, starring Val Kilmer and Michael Douglas, about a pair, not one, but a pair of male lions that terrorize workers in and around Kenya during the rebuilding of Uganda Mombasa Railway in East Africa in 1898. So very similar to Beast. We got two hunters, as you can see on the poster,
hmm
similar to Beast, both in Africa, both kind of like hunting guns. So very similar. So if you want to look at what we think Beast is going to do, because these guys were stars back in the day. These guys were like major stars, Val Kilmer, Michael Douglas when this movie came out. And this movie made
On the
only
opening weekend, or
opening weekend, it made about under $10 million, so about $9.2 million opening weekend.
mm,
In total, it went on to make $38 million domestically. So it didn't really do too well. At the time, it was considered a flop, but I
mm,
I definitely enjoyed the movie. So if you haven't seen it, I would recommend going back watching it, especially if you're interested in seeing the movie Beast, because Beast looks
mm,
like an upgraded version of the Ghost in the Darkness. So
yeah.
I'm pretty
Like
sure.
when you said the name of the movie, I didn't think of a lion or anything related to. I was like
Oh
the ghost. Like I'm thinking haunted house or something.
yeah,
Yeah,
so kind
it
of
threw me off the name.
yeah, it probably wasn't maybe the best name, but oh well.
hmm
But it is what it is. The next thing we want to consider is the question is Idris Elba a star? I think he is, but is he a box office star? That remains to be seen.
hmm
He's known for the show The Wire. If you haven't seen it,
I
I
haven't.
highly recommend checking it out. I know, right?
I haven't seen it.
You need to see that movie. You need to see The Wire ASAP. It has so many stars in that show. It's definitely a classic TV show.
Mm.
If you like Breaking Bad and all those, actually, you know what? It's not even Breaking Bad was kind of funny at points. This is like hardcore, gritty. Like it's a really good show. Definitely worth watching. And, he played a role in Thor, Luther. But the question is, does he have? And he also starred in a movie, The Dark Tower, in more recent times.
Mhm.
This movie opened to about $19 million, went on to make 50 million domestically. So that's like one of his most recent films. It did okay, not really more so of a disappointment for that movie, but it did okay.
Mm.
So like most of his work, but he I don't know if he's a leading star. I really like him as an actor. I like the stuff that he's been in. The question is, do you think he's a star and can he open up this movie really big? That's what we want to answer
Mm.
here, right? So let's talk about our
Ooh,
predictions.
that's kind of hard.
That's kind of hard, right? Like when you look
Mm.
at the comparable movie, the movie that was very similar to this didn't really do too well, but that was like almost 20 years ago.
Mhm.
So definitely the times has changed. So people might be thirsty for this, especially after seeing 1,000 shark movies and Crawl and whatnot. So I think
Mhm.
people are hungry to see the King of the Jungle, the lion back in action. The
Mhm.
movie looks good.
The movie does look good.
So it's very hard to tell for a movie like this. But I think I'm going to update my prediction. Initially, I was going to say 8 to 12 million. But going back looking at the preview before doing this video, I think it's going to do a little bit better. I think it has a solid story. It's from Universal. They also did the Black Phone. So I'm gonna go with about.
Wait, but
Uh,
let me say it first.
you want to go
Because
first?
I don't want to copy your numbers.
Go ahead. Go. What's your numbers?
I'm gonna say 15 to 25
15,
million.
15 to 25 million.
That's me.
Okay, that kind of throws me off with my number.
I didn't want you to throw me off. That's why I wanted to be first.
15 to 20.
5.
15 to 25 million.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna go with. Huh, 15 to
Why am I
25.
throwing you off? You're the one that's usually like close to the number.
I'm gonna go around 20 million.
Exactly.
Not exactly, probably 18 to 22,
Oh,
somewhere
okay.
around that range. But
Yeah.
18 or 22 million, give or take.
Hmm.
But I feel like that's a spot. So to
I
recap,
feel like less than 10 is like too low, especially if it's an action movie.
so you have 15 to 25 million,
Hmm.
and I have
18 to
18 to
22
22.
million.
So
Okay.
basically, we're basically right next to each other.
Hmm.
I have a more narrow perspective, and you're a little bit more open. So,
Yeah.
um,
I don't
if
know.
it,
I kind of want to say they're gonna make like 20 something, but I feel like it might be less. So
it
I'm not
could
really
be.
sure.
My initial prediction was 8 to 12, but I'm going with 18 to 22 million. You're going with 15 to 25 million. Let us know what are your predictions in the comments below. Until
Yeah.
next time, make
Peace.
sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.